But if it's true or not true, whatever, we'll just have to wait and see. But I did hear something like that.
I know a lot of
Yeah.
people said Jeff Cobb was going to debut tonight, and I mean, I honestly felt like that, and that was this just was not the right time.
Nah, it's not the right time. I don't think it was the right time for him to debut tonight. Now
Yeah,
backlash is something different.
yeah, I agree.
I think backlash could use him tomorrow.
Yeah, I agree with you, boss. I thought he would come on, even though I posted it in our group chat. I honestly was hoping he was going to show up
Yeah.
and doing the actual tag team match with Solo and Jacob. I thought he was going to come in and help out with them, but then I thought about it. I said, nah, that would kind of like spoil. It would spoil the momentum of that storyline if he came in doing that match
Yeah.
versus coming out tomorrow night.
Yeah.
What match, like the Fatal Four Way? You think? Does he come out during the Fatal Four Way?
Say it again.
Do you think he come out during the Fatal Four Way match or like after the Fatal
I
Four Way
think he's
match?
coming out doing the he's gonna come out doing the fatal four way. That's my prediction.
Okay.
Or a possibility he could come out doing the Cena Orton match as well. Just to stir things up, make it interesting. Just, and then have a cut of promo the following Friday since he's expected to be tied in to the SmackDown roster. So that's what I would like to see happen. It's not, we don't really know because right now everything is just up in the air as far as his debut. But he is signed to WWE. He is assigned to SmackDown.
Yeah.
They haven't announced when his actual debut will take place. But more speculation is regarding tomorrow than anything else since he didn't debut tonight.
Bro, if Travis Scott is involved in that match at all, I'm probably gonna crash out.
I don't see Travis Scott being involved in tomorrow's main event simply because he's actually on tour right now. So I don't see how he can show up in St. Louis without, affecting his tour date.
All right, so let's get. I see we warming up with the topics or whatever. So let's get this joint started. I seen Conscious had his hand up, so I'm gonna let Conscious go first. Then after that, I'm gonna let the newcomer to the live go next. I can't pronounce your name, so I'm gonna.
John, question. How old are you?
16.
Oh yeah, you can't be on this live, bro. You
Yeah,
can't
you
be on
can't be
this
on
live.
this live,
Yeah,
Brody.
you can't be on this
Sorry.
live, bro. Like,
Sorry.
yeah,
Sorry.
You gotta be
I'm
20,
out.
You
21
good,
over
you
to
good.
be in this live.
Yeah, bro. I'm
You
gonna
gotta
have
be
to.
18, my boy.
Yeah, yeah,
That's why I had my hand up. That's why I was like,
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
that's why you had your hand.
yeah, that's why I
Oh,
had my hand
okay,
up. 'Cause
okay.
I
All
looked,
right, yeah.
yeah, I looked at the profile and I was like,
I think I'm going to switch. I'm going to switch my settings too because I'm gonna switch my settings because there was a setting on there while Doofy was trying to
Yeah,
show
18
me.
and over. You can set it for 18 and over,
Yeah,
Yep.
so I'm going.
but
I'm going to switch
for
that.
this nighttime talk, you should be at least 21 and over.
Yeah. All
Yeah,
right. Cool.
nighttime's all kids.
Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna
yeah, I'm
switch
about to say, you
that.
better get your ass up here.
I can't stay long because I gotta shower because I have my nephew has an early baseball game tomorrow. So, but it's been like all wrestling all day since I showed up over for his event. It's like nothing but questions. I'm like exhausted from wrestling bars. I apologize.
Yeah, you ain't the only one. You ain't the only one. I'm catching a lot of fatigue as of late.
I
You know what I'm saying?
You
I
talk
got a
about
question
petite
for the
dog.
panel real quick if you don't mind. So I'm in a dilemma real his birthday, so I'm taking, obviously y'all know I'm taking him to Double or Nothing for his birthday,
Oh,
but
nice.
he's also
Okay,
having
cool.
a party, like he's also having a party. um do you guys, I know WWE t-shirts are really expensive, but he wants to go. I've talked him out of going as John Cena, thank the Lord, but he wants to go as Cody Rhodes, and I can't find any Cody Rhodes shirts on Pro Wrestling Tees. So if you come across one by chance, can you please send it to me, like on TikTok? I found one at Hot Topic. I'm gonna try to get my hands on. But I just I know you guys are obviously by the wrestling merch a little more. So if you come across one, please let me know.
Oh, I got you for sure. I'll let you know for sure. If I come across anything, I'll definitely let you know.
Thank you. And you're frozen, by the way.
And I don't know why I did that. Some sort of effect on
Okay.
the screen. I don't know.
Yeah, I
I
just
saw
want to
that.
let you know.
I just thought you were really still, to be honest.
Yeah.
I know.
Nah.
I was
It's the.
Hey, hey, Angel,
yes.
you missed out on my first live today.
I
Everybody else was
know.
on there but you.
I was sitting in a cafeteria with like 100 parents, and I didn't get. I couldn't come and join, but I saw you, and congratulations on your first live.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, Conscious is my witness. I sent him a video of my nephew singing
Nah, I was just giving you a hard time. I'm not worried about it. I was just
whatever
giving you a
song that
hard
was.
time.
Oh no, you're giving me shit because I said I support everybody and I wasn't there for you. And I'm sorry.
I know if you could, you would have been there. So like I said, I was just messing with you.
No, but congratulations on your first live. Big things coming for everybody. Blessings for
I
everyone.
appreciate it.
Yes.
We all support each other.
Absolutely.
I thought Darkwing was gonna be moderator for Mr. Hills for Life tonight.
I am a mod, but I haven't seen him live.
Yeah, I think he called it a night. He wasn't about to go live.
Yo, how do you set up that moderator? That's the one thing that I
Okay.
haven't done.
I'll walk you through
Yeah,
it
because
really fast.
I gave you Conscious, Doofy, Ladybug, and Chris. I gave all 5 of y'all live. I mean, not live. Dang, I'm tired myself. Moderator.
Okay.
So when you click on the person, so for example, if you're going to give it to Jay, click on Jay.
Okay.
And you should give you the options of doing mod. Then you have to go into your settings, mod settings, and give him everything that you wish to give him for powers. So like for example, to mute somebody, he'll automatically should be able to do the comments for like muting comments or muting blocking individuals or pinning comments. However, for the other settings like a guest panel, the option to come up and stuff, that's something you have to give him. And then the other ones, to the ability to drop people, I believe you also have to give them. So you should be able to select them individually, going all the way down.
All right, so I just stumbled upon it now.
Yeah.
So I got okay, so
and then in that as well, like will be the grid settings. Like for example, say like you step away, but Darkwing wants to show us something that in a bigger settings, you got to give them that option for grid settings as well, and then they can change it, whoever your mod is.
Okay. Okay, cool. All right, so I just and everything you just said, I'm doing it right now.
Yeah, you don't need to have like a lot if you're not going live every day, or at least like start out with the minimum of mods. That way at least you have a bunch until your platform grows to say to like 30-40 people are in here. Then you obviously want to have multiple, because that way the comments can be matched. But definitely do your settings beforehand for age restriction, because that's where like it gets tricky.
Nah, I'm going to do that considering or what young boy that just left. I'm definitely going to do that because I don't
What's up, TV?
I don't need that. So I just made let me do one more and then that's it. Hold on. So hold on. Give me 1 second. So all right.
Is anyone excited for this backlash card? Because I'm really just like
I'm indifferent on it.
Yeah. I'm hoping something big happens on it. Like something, not just predictability. But at this point, who knows?
All right,
But I am
so
shocked they didn't put Jay and Logan on it.
so Jay and Logan's not on the Backlash card. I thought they were wrestling
No,
one
No.
another.
it's Saturday night main event. I really thought, like, I could have
Yeah, I
swore
mean-
Michael Cole said
Hey.
that was going to be Backlash, and I mean, I could have swore he said it multiple times, but no, it's not on the card.
I did ask Jay Styles about that. He had an answer for it. I don't remember what it was, but he can answer it.
Wow, I thought they definitely had that. I don't know. That's wild. I didn't know.
Hey guys, I'm still in Mama Zilla live. I thought that the pay-per-view that Zilla Fatu is gonna be in was just next weekend. It's actually going on right now, and he's actually wrestling Matt Riddle for the House of Glory Championship. He's defending against Matt Riddle.
Oh
I'm gonna
yeah.
get it up on my computer.
Or
Yeah.
he'll retain. He ain't losing that belt. There ain't no way.
Bro,
Wow.
my
What's up,
one.
St. John?
John was good. Beast was good.
Hello.
Exhausted was good. Yeah. So I'm pretty sure. Did y'all see the? I know was briefly talked about on the other live earlier, but did y'all see the post that Velveteen made about him wanting his job back in WWE?
Yeah.
If the allegations are false, there's no reason why he shouldn't, as long as the allegations against him were 100% false.
Well, I mean,
If they weren't,
They would have to
it's
bring
still
Odyssey
one of
Jones
those.
back first, wouldn't they?
Yes, I agree with
Absolutely,
that. Yes.
I completely agree
Well,
with that.
He's been exonerated already. Like
The three
Odyssey
that,
Jones. Is dead.
yeah, he did. The three that deserve an opportunity, again, like obviously we all know, Odyssey Jones and Enzo Amore were 100% cleared of those allegations.
Enzo
But
was.
if who?
Enzo was. I didn't know Enzo was. Clear.
Yeah, Enzo was. The girl I believe she retracted, or proof came out that he didn't do that. I can't remember because it's been so long. But between them two, absolutely. If Dream as well is also exonerated, there's no reason why he should be sitting on the sidelines. I think everybody deserves a second chance as long as they're exonerated.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
I mean, even if they're not exonerated, they've gotten a second chance. How many chances has Alberto Del Rio
Oh
had?
my god! Wait, yo.
That one.
Oh no, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I'm gonna bite my tongue on that one because I've spoken on that
Go ahead.
so much, but
I would like to hear it because I'm like, he done had how many chances, and then we're struggling with
He
Odyssey
had
Jones
two-
and Velveteen Dream.
Well, you got to also look at it this way. He may be, Hispanic or whatever, but he looks like a white individual. So that's where it's like type thing, like he's getting the privilege just because. But the thing is like, even though it's the same with Paige as well. Paige had DV allegations against her with the whole Alberto Del Rio thing. But I don't know. I just don't think he deserves any more opportunities within WWE. Regular Joe, the witness for the kidnapping case, actually disappeared.
Who's regular Joe? Who's 49? Who's 49?
Alberto Del Rio.
Alberto Del Rio's
He's
49 years.
almost 50?
You word? For real?
Wow.
Yes.
Did not
Yes.
know that. Damn.
Yo,
Yeah, Del Rio turns 50, I think, this year.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Dang, I did not know that.
Can y'all hear
Yep.
my water running? If so, I'll mute up.
Are you sure it's water?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm trying to clean my kitchen.
yo. So you
Hey,
guys
people
know
have
how,
done that on the live. I'm just like, not on this live, but they've done it on a live. Hey, brother.
Oh. Yeah, no. I'm actually trying to clean my kitchen.
Do you guys know how next SmackDown, they said like a 5-time world champion is returning?
Yeah, I did hear that.
Okay, so you know who it is, right? Because I figured it out. It's Alberto Del Rio, because he's the only 5-time champion that I can really think of that is now going to make an appearance. It's got to be him, which is, I was going to say that right after Angel was talking about Alberto Del Rio, but I'm really hoping it's not. I'm really hoping I'm wrong.
Wow. Well,
That'll be some effed up stuff if that's the case.
But then
well,
center, bro. No.
I mean, if they really trying to get some heat on that episode of Smackdown, then it probably is Alberto Del Rio.
Bro, he's gonna get booed out of the building. It's gonna be like some. It's you know what? Actually, no. I was gonna say it's like when they said a world champion's returning, and it was Jinder Mahal. That was funny. This will not be funny.
They were trolling with that one.
There's a few people that are 5-time champs that they can bring in and just to get heat with.
Who else would it possibly be? Because like that's the only person that is like in the picture right now that is someone we haven't seen in a while that I can think of. If you guys have anyone else you think it is.
Regular Joe said it was Alexa Bliss.
Well, Alexa Bliss.
Which I don't like the way that she came back. I did not like the way she came back at all. Why do we have her dressed up as an evil Alexa Bliss coming out to Goddess when she had a different theme for that? Like, I don't understand that. I did not like this at all.
I felt like it was a mashup of the her theme with Bray and the Goddess. Yeah. I felt like it was more of a mashup.
Thank you, Prime. Thank you. It did feel weird. It felt really strange.
I don't know, Angel. I was more pissed off I get my Dom and Lillian because I don't order that shit back at the Elimination Chamber and still ain't gotten it.
Yep.
Wait, what did you get? Didn't you get?
I ordered Lily. I thought I told you I ordered Lily online.
The old one or the new one?
The one she came out with.
Okay, that's the new one. I want it too, but I'm afraid to order it.
Did Goofy just leave?
I think so.
Yeah.
It's not Alberto Del Rio.
Yeah, but they were like, oh, it's only.
What's his name? Probably Goldberg, because Goldberg is also a 5-time world champion.
Oh, okay.
Wasn't they predicting him to show up against in that match with Gunther and
Pat McAfee?
Yeah. I think that was you that was saying that.
Yeah.
I honestly think that match is a build up for McAfee to have some time off because his soccer football club is getting ready to do their playoff run.
Yeah.
So I think he's gonna be having some time off after the beatdown Gunther's supposed to put on him. And I think that's gonna, after that they're gonna write him off TV for a few months until until leading up to SummerSlam.
Give me a wipe with some tissue.
That's my prediction. I don't know if it's how true that is, but that's just a prediction I have concerning that match.
It's not a prediction, it's a spoiler.
So hold on. So this person was supposed to come in tonight, or was supposed to come in next Friday?
Next Friday.
That was Doofy saying that. I think he said
next Friday.
Next Friday, yeah.
Okay. Because Joe's saying it was Alexa Bliss. I didn't hear it just because, like I said, I missed like the first half of SmackDown, so I'm just now like catching up.
Yeah. Oh, hold on 1 second. So in the
You got a drink right there.
What's up, King John?
In the comment section, Titus said he wanted to come up and join. So I made Darkwing, Conscious, Angel, and Jay, y'all moderators. So
you have to give us the powers because I don't have any mod powers.
I don't have any powers.
Oh yeah.
You have to go to the settings. So
No.
even though you made us mods, it doesn't. We're not able to let people up or not because my box is still grayed out.
Oh, okay.
Mine too.
Yeah.
Conscious, earlier, were you able, when I walked away, to mod on mine when I walked away?
I didn't check to see. I did not check to see.
Okay, it says manage guests and more. Okay, I got you. That.
Yeah.
Okay.
Those are so when you give,
Now you got me thinking,
mod,
Angel.
You can go back and check it since you added him as a mod, Duckwing. You can go back in and just check your mods and stuff. Yeah, now I have it. I can let people up.
Okay.
I'll let.
Yeah,
Tyrus
mine's
up.
still grayed out.
Okay. All right.
Nah, I'm
Oh, yeah, it can be a learning curve.
Hello, everyone.
Cody
that's
Rhodes,
like.
Cody
I've been
Rhodes can
reminding
turn heel when
people.
he's ready to. Honestly, at this point, it's more like if he want to turn heel, he turn heel. If he don't,
I have a hot take for tomorrow night.
I didn't
We're
care
back.
about Jade. I was never mad at it. I was glad she disappeared.
Um,
I'm
am I
just being
crazy to
nice.
say that Gold for the Goather match, it's either gonna be Goldberg or Brock?
Said
No,
Goldberg or who?
we're all thinking that already, Titus. We've all
No, I
been
said
saying that.
Goldberg. I know. I mean Goldberg or Brock Lesnar.
It won't be Brock Lesnar. He's done.
I won't say another word about Brock Lesnar until we find out if he can beat the allegations that's against him. Until then, he ain't coming back.
Yeah.
Oh,
Nah, Brock won't be back until proven innocent on that.
I
I
don't
know
think
my
Brock's coming back at all, Titus. I'm gonna be honest with you. The Grant case is probably not going to be settled unless she actually requests a settle. Vince McMahon is currently not providing any evidence to quite a few different cases. One being the one that is currently running for his partners, or I'm sorry, his board of directors before the whole entire WWE was sold to TKO. He's not providing evidence for that, and he's not providing evidence to the Grant case. So I doubt those cases are going to be completed this year at all, unless Grant chooses to settle. So I would not be surprised at all if they don't come back. I do have a feeling, though, due to what was released, that I would not be surprised if Vince comes back within 5 years.
Yep.
5
Seeing that,
years.
seeing that his best friend is Ari Emanuel.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, who wins
So
tomorrow?
It's wild times
at
we live in when we don't believe women. It's crazy.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
but I believe.
I completely agree and understand. My thing is just like with Brock Lesnar though, but every month that goes past, like that's a less chance of him coming back for the fans that want him there. I can give two fucks if he's there or not. I really choose for him not to be there.
Um,
But the longer this continues on, the less chances of him coming back. Just letting you
what?
know.
Right.
What's that guy? Who was that? John Laurinaitis. Isn't he in
Mm-hmm.
the file too?
Yep.
Absolutely. Him, Michael Hayes. There's a group of them that are in that file.
Michael Hayes did not Michael Hayes. He did what's his who I just said. Sorry, I forgot.
Laurinaitis.
Yeah, said, oh, I had nothing to do with that.
He can deny
Of
it all
course, he's
he
going to
wants,
deny
but
it.
she
Yes.
has other proof elsewhere, and the fact that Vince isn't
Mhm.
turning stuff over is very telling.
But yet people like the loyalists from Chris's live will sit there and will defend and say that, oh, Vince is not a bad person.
Why would they defend that?
Well, let
Yeah.
me let
People have
me
defended it.
let me chime in real quick on Vince. You know, you hit the nail on the head when you said that people will say that Vince is not a bad person, and this is coming from somebody that knows Vince personally. Vince is a dickhead inside that ring and outside that ring, and he has proven it time and time again. You know, not only with things that he has done with the promotion, but things that he's done to damn near destroy his family. I mean, he's put Linda's life in danger. He's put Stephanie's life in danger. Well, he put his own life in danger.
Yeah, I think I think a lot of Vince's behaviors is learned behaviors too, because if you watch the documentary, like his father was pretty rough with him too. Like his father was like diabolical. Like he ain't really had start establishing a relationship with his dad until he was like what, 12 years old, and then
13.
okay, 13, and then on top of that, to make matters even worse, his father was like making him like prove himself for the love of his dad. Like he would constantly put him through these scenarios and these situations. So can you imagine? Can you imagine being a young kid and the guy that's supposed to like be your protector, be there everything he's supposed to be for you as a dad, he's constantly putting you through these trials and tribulations to prove your love and your affection for your father, doing this and doing that. And like that has to be kind of tough. Not to mention too, when he met his dad, he was already in a like toxic environment to begin with. So how he pulled him out of a toxic environment just to put him in even worse environment. You know what I'm saying? So
I mean,
yeah, I feel like a lot of his behaviors were learned at an early age, a
It
young age.
was.
I'm
It was.
generational curse.
Yeah.
Because I mean,
Yeah.
that's the same thing that Shane McMahon says about Vince. Like, you are
But
a total jackass,
mm-hmm.
and it's
Here,
like it's
but
a
here,
generational lineage.
but here's the difference though between Vince and Shane. I hear what you're saying, Bars. I do.
Mhm.
Because I'm gonna say like I know pretty much guarantee you 15 out of 15 people in here, majority of us have probably had a rough childhood in some
Mhm.
capacity with either one or both parents in different realms. But
Mhm.
we, as we grow up, we realize we want to break those generational curses. We want to make it different. We want to change it. We don't want the same shit to roll on to the kids,
Mhm.
to your kids or to your grandparents, or I'm sorry, grandchildren. Like, you want to break that.
Mhm.
Same with me. I'm a product of divorce times two. You know, I've had my own fair share of stuff. So with Vince, you had an opportunity to change and you chose not to. You chose to be the toxicity of what your parents were, and
Mhm.
probably even though what your toxicity of what your grandparents were.
Mhm.
So to me, like, my sympathy runs out when you should have changed when Ring Boys happened and you chose not to.
Mhm.
Again, you were given another opportunity to change when the Royd case came out, and it embarrassed the entire company and yourself. And again, you chose not to.
Yeah.
Then you lost a few different wrestlers tragically in any way, shape, or form. Not to mention, the effects that you also had on your own family within those court cases. And again, you chose not to. So
Yeah.
my empathy and sympathy kind of runs out when you had every opportunity to break those generational curses, go into therapy yourself, better a relationship. You completely like shunned your own son. And once again, at the end, now you're calling foul and you want to play victimhood. No, I'm sorry, that ran out. It ran out completely. And again, with every SA case that has come up for him, he had an opportunity to change and once again break that generational curse. And again, he chose not to.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I can't deny that. He definitely had a choice to change, his behaviors and to be a better person, And when you say a product of your environment,
Mhm.
yeah, it's true. It's true.
Every one of us could have been a product of our environment in one form or fashion, and we decided to make that difference and change and better ourselves. So to me, there's no reason why anybody shouldn't try to strive for that, to break those barriers and break through the barriers,
Mhm.
including myself. But again, like, I get being a product of your environment. I get being a product of toxicity, but in the end, like, you have an opportunity to strive for success, to be a better person, to set an example. And so I can say, like, I have not seen any cases, and I'm sure Joe will correct me if it did happen, or Jay, but I haven't seen anything in any form or fashion that was Shane McMahon's name on it in
Mhm.
regards to the same type of toxicity. So for him to break that curse and to be a better stand-up person for his own boys,
Mhm.
or and girls if he has one, I can't remember. But that's exceptional. And so to me, like, there really is no excuse as to why you have to be a shitty human being in life.
Um, I remember how I watched the doc. Um, I feel bad. Honestly, I feel bad for Triple H. Honestly, because sometimes I ask myself, did Stephanie know about any of it?
Question is, did Triple H know about any of it? He's been in that position for quite a while. Why does it always go back to what Stephanie knows? Stephanie
Do you
walked
think?
away from the company multiple times. Triple H hasn't. Only
Do you
time he
think?
walked away was when he had a heart attack.
Yeah, I
And
think.
to answer your question, if Triple H knows, Paul knew a bunch of stuff that happened. Paul knew and kept his mouth shut.
Yeah, that
And
probably
to,
contribute. Instagram.
He did that to save his own ass.
Well,
What
there
were you
you
gonna say,
have it.
Ladybug?
I'm about to say that thing about where he's at right now. He shut up and look where he's at now. Probably a prize
Yeah.
for shutting up.
Yeah.
But the thing
Hear no
is,
evil, see no evil, speak no evil. That's
Well,
exactly what he did.
someone I know is a Vince McMahon mark, and he keeps telling. He says, "Oh, about the Owen Hart thing. Owen Hart, it's not his fault. Owen Hart passed away.
Owen passed.
Yeah, I
OTR
know,
was
but
good, bro.
I was in the arena the night he passed.
I know what I'm saying is he said that it's not Vince's fault, and Owen's wife is being difficult about it, us and stuff, because of the Hall of Fame thing. About not putting Owen Hart in the Hall of Fame. He says they should put Owen in the Hall of Fame, and Owen's wife should just get over it. Don't say that.
There's a lot of people that should go in, but they're talking about not putting them in.
China should be in the Hall of Fame by now.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. China
I-
should have definitely been in the Hall of Fame a long
I
time
dare
ago.
anyone to.
Well, it was brought. That subject was brought up at this year's Hall of Fame. And if it goes as planned, they are planning to put her in next year.
They got Stacy Keibler.
I'll believe it when I see it.
Yeah.
They have Stacy
All I know
Keibler
is
and
that
Tori Wilson in the Hall of Fame, but they don't got China.
Yeah. But
they got Lana. They got Lana in the Hall of Fame.
On that,
Hold
I'll
on.
believe it.
Did you say Lana?
Lana's not in the Hall of Fame.
I'm playing.
They
I'm
have
playing.
her
I'm about to say, wait a minute, yo.
You
She
need
the
to
Legends
stop
contract.
this.
She had the Legends contract.
Legends contract is different than a freaking being put in the Hall of Fame.
we know.
You
I mean,
know
Bobby
that.
Lashley experienced it. She's
I've
a
been
legend.
hating on Lana since they came back.
Yeah, Umaga definitely should go into the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, Umaga should go. Look for Bray to go in.
Wait. If Umaga goes in the Hall of Fame, who inducts him?
His manager.
Wait, what?
It's basically, it's
His manager.
So, hold on, guys. Hold on for a second. His wife just said she's waiting for the call, so she and her son will induct him in. She
I
said
think it
that
should be the
on her
Usos.
live.
I think it
Yeah.
should be the Usos.
Yeah, but Jay, they would be up there to give a speech, but I'm saying for the actual induction, like to do a speech prior to announcing like Amaga's name, I think it should be his manager that does that speech.
Mr. Fuji.
Then the acceptance should definitely be Zilla and Zilla's mom.
So you talking about
we'll have to wait and
Armando Estrada then, right?
Yeah, Armando.
Mhm.
Thank you for saying his name.
My
Because
name
he
is
I was
still
trying to think of his name too.
he still works for Reality of Wrestling, and I think he's even managing sometimes, Zilla as well. So I just
Umaga
think
should
it would
have
be
beaten John Cena
be
for
an
the
honor.
WWE title in 2007.
Honestly, I would rather the induction part let it be Bobby Lashley because he had that was the most intense rivalry outside of Cena he had in WWE.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Bobby
Do you
Lashley induct
you
Umaga.
guys think Umaga should have beaten John Cena?
I don't think that will happen though.
You
I
guys
don't see that happening.
Angel, do you think Umaga should have beaten John Cena to win the WWE title in 07?
Yeah, he should have been a multi-time champion. I don't
But the
understand why
machine was
wasn't,
behind Cena's back.
Yeah.
I believe Cena held the belt too long in 07. He held it from September. He held it from September 06 to October 07. So 380 days he was WWE champion. That's as long.
I'll be back.
That's
All
as
right,
long
bro.
as time.
Wow, that's interesting.
But the fun fact is, here's my thing with that reign. Cena was supposed to lose the belt to Randy at Art No Mercy that year, but Cena got hurt.
While y'all talking, I'm trying to pull up this wrestling news that I just got informed about, alerted about not too long ago. So I'm trying to pull
My
that up
guy,
real quick.
my guy wrestles tomorrow night, so I'm happy for. I hope Dom wins tomorrow.
Did they change Melon's intro?
What, Carmelo Hayes?
Yeah.
I don't know. I wasn't paying attention.
I don't
They're
think
really
they.
You
calling
didn't
him
see it.
him. Huh.
Um,
Okay, that chain
and
has to go. I'm sorry. That literally
you,
looks like he has like the Miz hanging around his neck. That does not look like Andre the Giant.
um, and do you think Dom? When do you guys think he gets the turn between Finn and Dom?
Wait, what?
Like when Finn and Dom, who do you think turns on who?
What do you mean?
Like
Like
who
who's
do you
gonna?
think gonna turn on the other? Do you think
Oh,
Dom's gonna turn?
turn. I'm sorry, turn. I'm hoping it's Finn. Finn needs to get away from the Judgment Day. They're doing nothing for him at the moment.
I feel like Liv is gonna betray Dom. I hope not.
Well, if she does portray John, it's a long time coming because y'all remember y'all remember like he tried to go back to Rhea.
He
You know
ain't
what I
gonna
mean?
go
Why?
back to Rhea.
Why? I know that I said he tried to like when that whole issue between Liv and Rhea was at his peak. He tried to go back to Rhea when he seen that Liv Morgan was was losing. He tried to go back to her. So what I'm
Wait a minute. Wait, no, he was trying to get the belt back. Come on, he was trying to get the belt back. He was not gonna go back to it. He was trying to get the title back. That's all he was trying to do.
you could call it what you want, but I'd say that he was trying to get he was trying.
If I'm not mistaken, Liv Morgan's not even there. She's doing her movie thing right now.
Yeah, right
Yeah,
now
she's
she
doing her
is.
movie.
She's gonna be playing the Black Cat in the next Spider-Man movie
You said what again, Angel?
or
No, I was
Avengers
agreeing.
movie.
I think she's in Japan right now.
Yeah, she's in Japan right now, so she won't be back for a little bit.
Now the big thing
But
is with
I am excited to see that my boy Todd McFarlane,
They haven't let her go, Gene.
2026,
They just said her
fine,
contract's up.
Yeah,
fine, with Jamie
who's
Foxx.
yeah, it's gonna be good.
now
That's gonna be good.
now could you guys see this Finn turn on Dom, Liv betray, and the Judgment Day beat up Dom, and maybe I don't, this is far fetched. Rhea and Damien help him.
No,
No,
Damien ain't doing that.
No,
Damien's on his
E-
own thing right now.
even if Dom apologizes,
Hell no.
No. Beat
You
his
ain't, get-
ass
you ain't
for
getting
being
none
dumb
of
and then beat
you
his
ain't
ass
getting
again for
Rhea,
apologizing.
and you not getting Damian Priest to do nothing when it comes to Judgment Day no more. They realize that they're past their levels. Finn
Hmm.
Balor is the next one. It's like, bro, you're past them. You need to be doing
I
your
just
own thing.
I think I like Money in the Bank is coming up. I wanted Dom to win Money in the Bank, but
Hell no.
Since he's IC champ, I could see this is a hot take. I could sadly there's three people. There are three people who I think WWE wants this Money in the Bank year. Carmelo. I hate to say this guy's name. Don't yell at me about it. Logan Paul, and the last one. This is just me. Solo Sokoa.
I can see
No.
Solo. I can see Solo.
I I feel like I don't want Logan Paul to win. I really don't. I'm sorry. I can't take him. I can't.
No, it's gonna be Solo versus Jacob Fatu.
US belt.
So
Yeah,
Hmm.
Constance,
yeah. I don't
Constance,
see. Honestly, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't see Solo Sokoa winning Money in the Bank this year. I see who I see winning Money in the Bank this year is probably Logan, and I know people are going to hate that, but
Nope.
I see Logan possibly winning it.
He's
That's
not
just
even
my.
in the field. He
So who
according
does he
to
cash in on?
there's 4 sites all posting the same entrance for the men's side, and all 4 of them have it in this order: Braun Baker, Ray Phoenix, Penta. That's okay. Braun, Penta, Ray Phoenix. That's 3. The other 3 was going to be I'm trying to pull it up now as I'm speaking to you guys. It's it's Finn Balor.
No, I'm
Finn
not
Balor is
laughing
one
at
of
you,
them.
promise.
Yeah, Finn Balor is the 4th one. The 5th one is JD from Judgment Day, and then the
JD
6th one,
McDonough.
the 6th member of the Money in the Bank is going to be. They say it's supposed to be a surprise entry, meaning somebody from NXT that's from the call up.
Oh,
They're just going to
okay.
get some more. Yeah, some more. They're going to get some more airtime doing
I
that.
think Roxanne Perez is winning the women's.
The winner is going to be Braun Baker. That's who
No, I said the
the
women's. I
prediction
had
winner is.
Roxanne.
Braun Baker is going to win men's Money in the Bank.
No. I think
Nah,
it's gonna either be
no.
it's gonna come down to Logan, maybe Braun or Finn. I think it would be those 3, but I
Okay,
think it's gonna probably be
okay.
Logan Paul winning it.
Now
It's
if
not
But they
gonna
Finn
be
got
wins,
remember they got
Braun.
to qualify too, guys. They all
yeah,
have
we
to
know.
qualify for Money
To
in the
be
It's
in
Bank.
not
it,
gonna
yeah.
be Braun. It's not gonna be Braun because of the fact that the storyline
Storyline.
that they got going for them is basically Braun turning on Seth by Survivor Series or at Elimination Chamber or Royal Rumble between that time period. So
Yeah.
it's gonna basically be Braun Breaker just being the dog right now, and then when it's time to strike, hopefully by Survivor Series or before Royal Rumble, I should say, we should be seeing the so-called like betrayal. I mean,
If
Now,
it's the true
uh,
hold on, if it's the true evolution story, it'll be Royal he'll be winning Royal Rumble. If it's
hmm
the
um,
true evolution 2.0, because we all remember Batista got that contract and then that's when he turned. And he picked Seth. So this means that if they're doing the true story, Seth somewhere along this table is going to get a belt and it's going to be that one. And that's when Braun will turn on
hmm
him. Just to make
now,
it
damn,
make sense.
you took my idea because I was literally saying the same damn thing.
Yeah. If it's
conscious.
the true evolution.
Do you think we're getting? This is just my opinion. I know Survivor Series in San Diego, and they told. Do you think we're getting a War Games this year?
No. And
Oh,
maybe NXT, but I don't think it's going to be
Look at it like
on main
this.
event or main card.
See how they did Jay Uso and Logan Paul because it wasn't as hype as it should be.
yeah.
WWE is right now at a point where it's like, look, at this point, if the match ain't hype, it's not gonna be, it's not gonna get put on the pay-per-view match card. We'll just do it for Saturday night main event. So how they're moving right now, I don't expect the war games. Like I said before with Angel and everyone else in the panel, right now Triple H is on watch. He's on
So
watch.
you better make
The
SummerSlam good this year. I'm telling them right now.
SummerSlam, Money in the Bank, Survivor Series, these better be great pay-per-views.
I
You
They
think
got
have to
your
be
make or
hopes
good.
break,
way up there,
guys.
Titus.
No,
Right.
no,
Sorry, Angel. I'm
Angel.
sorry. Go
I'm
ahead.
just saying, like, no offense, WrestleMania was crap.
We all
WrestleMania was
know
crap.
it's crap. It's been
Yeah,
crap
we
for a
know.
while.
We
It
know.
was
We
crap
know it's crap. Yeah, we know.
because
Not.
of one person. You know who I blame? I blame that the egomaniac, The Rock. That's who I blame. He did
You
You
not
can't
blame
put
the
have
all the
Rock.
blame
You
on him,
can't put all the
bro.
blame on
You
him. You
can't
gotta put the blame
you
Yeah.
on
not
can't
both.
put
all
all
of
the
it.
blame.
Both
It's
people
the
Not
on both
all
entire
of it,
company.
because
sides.
Stand on
not
business. Entire
not
company.
not
It's
the
not
entire thing, but the
no.
Cena heel turn.
No. You got to put that shit on the entire company, sir. You can't just put that shit on one person. Did The
Mhm.
Rock make a choice by not showing up? Sure, the fuck he did. Are people mad at him for that? Sure, the fuck he is. But you can't put all that on one person. It is entirely Triple H's own fault for not having a backup plan, for not saying, you
Mm-hmm.
know what, this is straight bullshit. Let's change this up. Let's spice it up. He had every opportunity through this entire European tour to knock this out of the park, and he
Mhm.
chose not to. It is
What do you guys think he
100%
should
on
have done?
him.
if
But
he really
hold up
wanted
now.
to.
Hold on for a
Change the
second.
opponents. Change the opponents.
Yeah, hold on for a second. I got something to say about that. I'm not just agreeing with you, Angel, but
No,
we're
you're fine.
all. Hold on. Hear me out. We got this documentary series get ready to air soon, within the next month or so. Some of the footage, from what I've heard, that they were talking about on the Pat McAfee show, some of the footage will be related to WrestleMania 41.
Yes, sir.
So, with that being said, a lot of us, and I'm not just saying here tonight, I'm just saying from other lives we've all been in that have the same sentiment regarding Triple H's dropping the ball. We might find out how that came about from the documentary series. Keep that in mind.
I don't think we will.
Open mind about that part.
I
I'm
don't-
not
I don't
disagreeing
think
with
we
you at
will.
all, Angel. Where you
No.
coming from?
I'm good with that, Jay, because I love when people disagree with me, to be honest, because then it doesn't turn into an echo chamber. So please, by all means, speak your
I
mind.
am
But
not. I'm sorry, Angel. I am not about to do this.
No. I'm gonna
No,
say,
not
hold
you.
on.
I'm talking about someone just sent me a share the live video, and I am not joining
Oh.
that live. Hell
Oh,
no.
gotcha. No, I was gonna say I don't think we will ever. Okay, Jay, this is how I'm gonna say it. I don't think we will ever get the truth. There is Triple H's truth, there's The Rock's truth, there's the Emmanuel's truth, there's Nick Khan's truth, and then there's reality of the entire situation. I don't think we will ever know why we had a shitty WrestleMania at all. And that documentary is going to come out, but I guarantee you there's going to be a whole lot of Swiss cheese holes in that documentary where we are not going to get the entire truth due to editing. Just like prime example, last year's WrestleMania documentary that came out that took how many months until we got it? Because it made The Rock look bad, and he was like, "Oh no, we need to edit this some more, and I need to put this comment in here and make it look like I didn't have an issue with the Cody coming back and doing that." Like, no, we will never know why we got a shitty story.
Here's another thing that people keep saying with The Rock. I know you Google a lot of stuff just like I do. I literally Googled earlier this week, does The Rock have an official job responsibility being on the board of directors? The answer concerning WWE TV programming. That's it.
Yes.
That's the only one I wanted to know. The answer is he does not have any input whatsoever in WWE TV programming or PLEs regarding content control.
That's not true.
He actually has in his title as the director of the board is that he handles the global negotiations and partnerships and sponsorships. He's basically a front man. That he's a glorified front man for the company.
Here's why I disagree with that. Because that man has influence. Influence is what? Power. Influence is making suggestions. Because he is super close with Emmanuel, that is not true. That man has influence, because more than once have we watched them drop a Smackdown show, turn around, The Rock posts something, and all of a sudden The Rock is showing up at the Smackdown and they have to rewrite it to fit this man in. That is influence. That is coming in and using your power. So he has influence over WWE format and programming. We cannot sit here and say he does not, because there was no reason for him to show up at whatever event that was and do his 3 fingers in the air like he did. There was no reason for him to show up, because there's even proof in regards to ticket sales.
Right.
1
but
month
again,
out, they were not
I got
struggling.
the information. Angel, I got the information off of.
Can I speak on that?
I can
for a
Google it
second?
as well. Hold on, Titus. But Jay, I can Google it as well, because I have, and I've sent it to Conscious multiple times.
Right.
And multiple times it has said his position, he has influence. We cannot say that in his job description he does not. Because there was no, if he did not have influence, there was no reason then for him to go on Pat McAfee to defend himself to the fans and to put all that stuff out there. There would be no reason for him to do that. He did not want to take the blame.
Angel,
I'm not disputing. I'm just saying what came up for me when I read it through the Bloomberg article. I'm not disputing what you're saying. I'm just saying based on what Bloomberg said.
Titus, hold on. Go ahead, Jay.
I was just saying, based on what Bloomberg has said when they announced he was going to be in that title, what his responsibilities were, it's basically they saying based on what it was said in the statement from TKO that his title basically meant that he was supposed to be this. It's a glorified title position where he got the name right back to The Rock. Yada yada yada. He helps with the negotiations on global partnership and sponsorship throughout the WWE brand. That's how it was presented in the Bloomberg article, and then
Yeah,
I
I'm
followed
not
up with the
discrediting
ESPN
that.
article.
Yeah, and I'm not discrediting that, but over time, since they have negotiated his contract, obviously with performance and everything else, his job description has very much changed. The same as Triple H, where they add stuff on there, and he has. I'm telling you, that man has influence, and to me, he's misusing his power by saying, "Hey, I'm on the board of directors. Let me in," because we watched it. We've watched him do it overall multiple times last year and this year. And my thing is it's one of two things: either you care about the business and you're going to use your influence in a positive way, or please stay as a board of director. And if you're going to stay on a board director, you should be silenced in this situation until something comes up where you need to use your vote. And in this instance, nothing has transpired for you to use your votes. And evidently, we've watched the entire crumbling the last 2 years of the entire SmackDown roster, the storylines, the angles, everything have just been shit. So to me, it's a misgross use of power to keep coming in and saying, knock, knock, I want to show up on SmackDown today. Or, hey, I'm coming to this PLE and make space for me. You can't do that. Either you're a wrestler, a part-time wrestler, and you're willing to help the business, or stay the fuck away from WWE altogether.
And Jay, when Rock posted that about him going to be they had to change. They changed the women's match got canceled. And there was supposed to be a 6-man with Cody, Braun, and Damian against Solo, Jacob, and Tama Tonga. That match changed. They took Cody out, so they just did Damian and Braun. So Rock has, like last year, example for WrestleMania 40. Rock was trying to do Rock and Roman and take Cody out. You know how bad that would have been? Not the match. I mean, all the fans would have been upset about Cody finishing the story. Like, to me, Rock he has so much influence in my opinion, and he lied on live television about everything.
That's interesting. Hey, I wanted to tap in and tell y'all about this news. Y'all probably know it already. So the Joe Henry is reportedly considered to be signing with WWE after his contract expires with TNA. He's probably
I posted that.
Yeah, so Jay has shared that with me earlier. So he's gonna be probably signed with TNA. I mean WWE very soon. So I think that's gonna be
Joe
interesting.
Henry?
Yeah, Joe Henry. Yep.
Yeah, he'll be signing before the Royal Rumble.
Oh, so he's gonna be there. So I'm wondering I'm wondering how they're gonna fit him in, if they're going to put him into the main roster right away, or is he going to go to NXT first?
NXT. I think it will be NXT.
I want to see main roster.
I see actually main roster.
I don't like Joe Henry, so I could care less, honestly.
I say after getting the endorsement at WrestleMania from the what people consider the modern day GOAT, or part of that group with John Cena, I think they'll put him on the main roster. He's already got the rub for Randy. Might as well start him up there at the main roster.
You guys think Trick is going to pick him for that belt at Battleground?
Well, Bars, I'm going to get off here. Everybody, you guys have a good night. We'll talk to you later.
All right, Beast, take care. Thanks for having you on. Appreciate it.
All right.
They said that they might have Joe Henry face John Cena
because
Angel.
Joe Hendry said he wants to
I
face
think
John Cena before he retires.
Yeah,
Give
Conscious,
me a
I'm here.
give me a call.
Oh, okay. All right, I'll be back,
Yeah.
Bars. I'll be
Be
back.
right back, Bars. Be right back.
Okay. Oh, so check this out. So I'm reading here. So hold on. It's something about Tony Schiavone, which I find interesting. I'm gonna read this to y'all, and then I'm gonna read y'all something else that I just found out too. So it says here that Tony Schiavone said that Jim Crockett was not equipped to fight the war with Vince. I didn't even know Jim Crockett was even trying to be involved in the whole war with WWE.
Yeah, he was trying to prevent Vince from buying the rest of the territory. And he was trying to prevent him from getting all the southern territory. So
Okay.
Jim Crockett was trying to, with the help of the NWA promoters, he was going to keep it in the format in which it was, and then with their support, he was going to buy out their territory, right, and then pay it back in equity.
Oh,
But
wow.
because Vince was able to get capitalist investors after WrestleMania, that's when he started losing momentum, especially after when Magnum TA got hurt before the development of Sting took place.
Mm-hmm.
That killed, because Jim Crockett's plan was, and Nation Boy Ric Flair has been on the record to say it, they were going to have Magnum TA be the biggest star over Hogan after Flair dropped the title to him at Starrcade.
Mm-hmm.
That was going to be the shift in power between New York and the Carolinas, which is where the Crockett's base was from. Their whole entire base flagship was based out of Charlotte, North Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
So that was the plan. It didn't fall through because Magnum got hurt. Then they didn't really truly have a backup plan. They didn't have confidence in Nikita Koloff, because even though they put the U.S. title on him to ensure that Magnum will beat Ric Flair, but because of the motorcycle accident, they didn't have a contingency plan. Dusty and Ole Anderson, as the main two bookers, had no contingency plan as another contender that Ric Flair could drop the title to that would be believable. So that's why Flair and Dusty kept going back and forth for a minute, and then Flair had that long going run until Ricky the Dragon Steamboat came on the scene before Sting was officially ready. Then he got the nod from Ric Flair saying, "I'm gonna drop the title to him." Had all those things happened, there would have Ted Turner would not have had the need to buy out the Crockett's to create WCW. Even though WCW was there, but it was a Saturday night program by itself. It wasn't an entire brand or entity.
Wow. Oh, okay. Yeah, I just found that interesting. I'm just going. I'm looking at the wrestling news, and it said that, and it also says here, which I'm probably going to make the headline for this live when I drop it on YouTube. It also says here, Dominic Mysterio is aimed to win the Money in the Bank briefcase. And Kalani Jordan advances on the WWE Speed. So
I could see that happening, but once again, I mean, from the four sources I got the predictions for, one was CBS Sports, the other one was Bleacher Report, and Wrestle Talk was the third one, and then the fourth one was through Sportskeeda. Those four all had consensus Braun Baker, but I could see as a possibility with Dom, but Dom has to drop the title to either Penta or somebody else that's more believable. Because if he drops to the Finn Balor, that's not believable for a storyline for him to go into Money in the Bank and win it.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense. Because it says, during a recent appearance on the Babyface podcast, WWE Intercontinental Champion Dominic Mysterio discusses the possibility of competing in the 2025 Men's Money in the Bank ladder match. Mysterio reveals his plan to use the briefcase to cash in for the WWE tag titles with JD McDonough instead of aiming for the world title. That's what he said, which I think that's cap. I mean, I feel like if he's going to actually do it, I feel like he's going to go for the actual world title, not no tag team titles. But it says here on wanting to win the Money in the Bank briefcase, he said, "Dude, as long as I'm not hanging from anything, I'm down. I'm super down. The title, this Intercontinental Championship, is actually super heavy, so it would be nice to have a little briefcase to put it inside to hold it." He said he's playing his character. That's cap. That's cap. I don't
Yeah.
even need to read the rest of it. That's cap. If that was to happen, I could see him. I could see him doing something like that. But yeah, you're right. He will probably have to drop the he would definitely have to drop the Intercontinental title to somebody before he can even win the actual briefcase. He will have to definitely do that for sure.
Yeah, because they're not going to let him. They're not going to let him. I mean, he could have. Here's the thing: he could have the Intercontinental Championship and still win Money in the Bank, but he can't cash it in until he drops the title. He could do that too, right?
Yeah.
So the part about having a belt inside the briefcase while he's Money in the Bank with the contract, that's but you got to also look at it like this, boss. They stealing from AEW's concept with John Moxley.
Yeah, that's true.
Even though they said we just found out recently on Dynamite, the belt was never in the briefcase.
Well, I could see that. I definitely could see that. Like, I could see that too. Like, I could see them using the briefcase as some sort of I guess like gimmick or whatever, and the belt could be under some sort of repairs, so he's not bringing the belt back out. You know what I mean? Because the belt probably got damaged or something like that. So they got the briefcase to make like the belt's in the briefcase when it really isn't. Yeah, I could get it. I get it.
Yeah, that's exactly what they did with AEW. It's like they saying everybody was saying, oh, the belt was in the briefcase, but even it was a few times, both in the pay-per-views and on live TV, the belt was never in the briefcase.
Mm-hmm.
So, but then they said, oh, AEW's making changes to the design of the Men's World Championship.
Yeah.
It was long overdue. The company's getting close to a 10-year anniversary now.
Right.
It's long overdue for a new. And then if you want to do that, you definitely need to change the tag team titles, because the tag team titles look like some straight garbage.
Yeah, true. All right, hold up. So Darkwing is in the comments and he wants to come up. So
Hold on. Sorry. Man, y'all gonna get another mixing us two up, bruh.
I was confused for a second. I was like, wait, Darkwing?
So
That's Darkwing. I'm Blackwing.
My bad.
That's Darkwing. I'm Blackwing.
My bad.
Chris did
I
that
forgot
the other day too, man.
Wait,
My bad.
Bars, did you announce your announcements yet?
No.
Yeah, I want to hear these announcements that you announced at the end of my live.
Oh, hold up. Where's my tablet? Where does one put my tablet? Man, give me my tablet, man. What you doing with my tablet? Give it to me, man, please. My
Good
son
job,
got my
Ladybug, because I almost forgot.
No, I ain't forgetting nothing. That's why I flew back.
No, hold on. Let me go to my tablet because it's inside my tablet. Give me my tablet. My son got my tablet.
I can't stand the cliffhanger.
She showed in.
Here, hand it over. Come on. What are you doing? All right. All right. Where is it? Now, maybe some of this stuff y'all already might know, but I'm hoping y'all don't. So I'm hoping to get the one up on some of this. Hold up, hold up. No, that's not it. Um,
I'm gonna tell y'all, all my East Coast folks, if y'all have never been to Sin City, Las Vegas, I'm gonna tell you straight up, the best thing you could do when you ever plan a trip is take a non-stop flight. Do not take a
Yeah,
connection flight, no matter how cheap it is. Don't do it. Don't do it to yourself, because you
that's
will come
facts.
back home feeling miserable from jet lag.
Yeah,
Is
I've
that
flown
what
from
you're
North
going through right
Carolina.
now?
Yeah,
I
my
just got
dad.
home today. I just got home today after being there for 2.5 weeks.
Yeah, my dad was stationed at Nellis, and we used to have to go back and forth from Charlotte to Las Vegas. And thank God for a nonstop flight, because that flight was 4 hours straight. Yeah, I wouldn't wish that on nobody. I couldn't imagine doing that as a two-stop flight. Uh-uh.
hold on, man.
Can I just say it flat out? All the damn titles of wrestling suck donkey balls.
Hey,
All of
bro,
them.
There you
There we
go.
listen,
go.
All
bro,
of them.
listen. I was giving you opportunity, but you gotta keep it TikTok language, bro. I do not want. Look, I done got my live. I done got kicked out of a live once already for doing something I
Well,
didn't
you
even
can
know
be
I was
rated
doing.
R. Just don't be
Okay,
right.
all the titles of basically of every wrestling company except about one. They look like the ugly girl in the club.
I disagree.
So you saying all the titles?
And they,
You saying all the titles are bad?
every every first of all, let's start with the most ugliest. Let's start with the most ugly. Anybody seen the new Evolve titles that basically just came out?
That looks fire.
It looks trash. It looks like the 24/7 title had a baby with a Divas title.
Listen, you do know that that's the original Evolve logo they just put on the title. You do know that, right?
Mm.
That's the logo. That's the logo. It's not something they made up. That's the Evolve logo. They just turned it into the title. That's all they did. Honestly, I don't see nothing wrong with it. It's you know what I mean. It's a WWE indie show. You know what I mean. So we can't expect it to be like the rest of the titles we see on the
Dude,
program. Everything.
let me say this. TNA's first title. TNA's first actual title.
It was the
Looked it okay.
NWA title.
No, it was NWA title, but when Kurt Angle had the title looked decent. It looked decent. Then it evolved to that damn Jeff Hardy bullshit, and it was complete garbage. Then it involved a little bit of a better title, and then it just when it came down to basically the merge between Global Force Wrestling and Impact Wrestling, and they just put a sticker on the damn on that little bumper sticker.
Well,
But
Well,
let me
that
just say
Jeff
this:
it was
Hardy
better.
title.
The
That
TNA title does look okay. I can admit that the TNA title does look okay, but the TNA tag team titles and the TNA women's tag team titles they look like trash. I'm sorry, they hot stinking garbage.
Well, Black Wing. The thing of it is, after they broke away from NWA and they created the TNA Impact title, the Impact title was actually the better title of TNA than the current title which Joe Hendry has. Because the Impact title is what is how we
Impact.
got the AEW design that they
No,
had. They
I'm
using
talking
the
the
AEW.
Impact title. The Impact title was interesting. The Impact title, the one that said just Impact on it, TNA Impact, was good. It was simple. It was plain. It was gold. It was brilliant. The title right after that, though, anybody remember that damn Global Force Championship? All they did was put a sticker on it.
Well, that technically wasn't a TNA title. That was basically what Jeff Jarrett title. That's what that was. That wasn't a TNA title. That Global Force One, whatever title that they were making, that was Jeff Jarrett. That had nothing to do with actual TNA. So I can't put
Right.
that on. I can't put that on TNA
Okay,
itself. I put that on
let's
Jeff
go with
Jarrett.
let's go with AEW. There should be no reason to. Now the women's title, I can say this: the women's title do look good, just in my opinion. But it does look too much like the gift for the guys title from Lucha Underground. So they really didn't veer off on that damn thing. But the men's title, trash,
Why you
garbage.
can't get
It
your
is
tablet?
garbage.
You
Yeah,
know what the men's title actually is, guys? The men's title, all it is an inception of the old AWA title. That's all it is. It just redesigned it to give it more of a modern look and put more diamonds around the side plates of it instead of just solid gold plates and with some engraving in it. That's all the AEW title is. Because the person who made the belt is the same dude who was making WWE belts for a minute. But then he was like, WWE's not paying me like they should be paying me, so I'm gonna make belts for everybody else. So he went on the record and said, all I did was take the old AWA title and just make a few redesigns to it and hand it over to Tony Khan. Said, here's the AEW belt. There's nothing spectacular about that belt. The women's belt it's had 3.
The women's
redesigns.
belt should be the men's belt. I'm sorry. The women's belt should be the men's belt, and the men's belt should be the women's belt. They need to switch that around. Like, for real. For real. There's no way the AEW title should look that ugly.
All right, so
Shouldn't. It should. It looks. It makes the current WWE. Let me tell you.
Hold on, Black
compared
Wing.
to any other world title, it looks like a Texas belt buckle.
All right,
like it looks like trash. I don't care if you could have put a damn like the what MJF did with it.
Mm-hmm.
No, it looks trash. It's garbage. It is dumpster juice. Now the one that's worse than that one, the one that's worse than that one is the damn tag team titles. I don't know who made them motherfuckers.
Black Wing, I just said the tag team titles are the worst titles in AEW as far as design wise.
All right, so I want to switch topics real quick and get back to some of this news. So I don't know if
the AEW World Tag Team Championship looks like complete garbage. It was like a quick thought that the Young Bucks had control over, and they just went with it. Tony Khan just okayed it and paid for it. That was.
It looked like a bunch of bumper stickers on a belt. I'm sorry, it looked like a bunch of bumper stickers on a belt.
All right, so I want to switch topics and get back to some of this news because I was while I was on pause, I was trying to look for the article. So I don't know if you guys know about it, but I'm gonna tell y'all anyway. One of the first things that I found out. Big shout out to Jay Styles who put me up on it. So we all know about the Women's Evolution joint. So they're gonna be an Evolution 2, and it's gonna be in July. That's what the reports is saying, and I didn't get a grasp of everything that the article has said. Maybe Jay could inform a little bit more.
Yeah. So basically, the rumor has started late last year, and it gained momentum as we was going. When I say late last year, I mean right after SummerSlam. So it started gaining momentum after SummerSlam, and they during the PLEs, the post press conference, there was talked about it, and Triple H said it was on the table, and then come the Royal Rumble, there was talked about it, and he said on the record, go back to the post press conference on Peacock for it. He was on the record. He said it's on the way. They just did not have an official venue. That he said we're negotiating a venue between Long Island, New York, Uniondale, Long Island, New York, and in Connecticut. So he really wanted Hartford, Connecticut, to be the host city instead of because he couldn't get New York. But they had to settle for the city outside of Greenwich, Connecticut, which is closer to Springfield, Massachusetts, That's the host city for Evolution 2. It is scheduled to be a 2-day event. The first day is that Saturday. The second day will be a Sunday. And the first day one's main event is supposed to feature Jade Cargill going after the undisputed women's championship. And then day two is supposed to feature the world women's championship. As far as who's going to be who Io Sky is supposed to defend it against, it remains to be seen. But that's what they have right now as a penciled in main events for day one and day two. There will be some additional things added to it. You will see there's been talk about the knockout division being featured in it, the NXT's women division being featured in it as well, and Trish Stratus will be among the wrestling legends featured on the card as well. That's the report has been saying. Of course, the announcement was supposed to happen tonight on Smackdown, but I think they're gonna make the announcement during Backlash about it.
So what y'all think of that? That's pretty dope. If this was to happen, this is pretty good.
Yeah,
Long overdue.
definitely.
Yeah, that's something that I'm gonna be looking forward to. Should Jay Cargill be in the main event? I don't know, because I don't know if she's gonna be ready just yet. You know,
she's too damn green. I'm sorry. Let me just say this: Jade Cargill has never had a good match.
She had a good one tonight. She had a good one tonight. It was all right. She was pretty good tonight.
She's had a few good ones. I don't think the problem is. I don't know. Like, I feel bad for her tonight because like they were chanting the whole "you can't wrestle," but I thought her match was pretty decent.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I thought that match was pretty good. I thought she did pretty well. Like I'm not saying she was perfect, but I was probably the best I've seen her do since. And I think part of the reason being is that she need to be facing people like Nia.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? And that's not to discredit Nia Jax or anything. What I'm saying, she need to face people like Nia. Like her and Nia kind of got the same type of style, if that makes any sense. Cause Nia's like not a real technical type of wrestler. She's tall. She's tall. She's big. You know what I'm saying?
She's supposed to be the powerhouse.
Yeah. So she gotta wrestle more people like that.
Let me say this.
Hold on. Let me finish my point. And the pacing. I think another thing that will help her in the matches is the pacing. Like Nia's pacing is different. You know what I'm saying? Whenever she wrestles against these females that are like real quick and technical, that's when you notice she always has issues. You know what I'm saying? When she was wrestling against Naomi, Naomi's not the most technical, but she's very fast. Jade can't keep up that type of pace. The pace needs to be slowed down. You know what I'm saying?
Trinity. It's just when I can't see myself basically criticizing Nia Jax, because I'm going like this. Nia, when she first debuted, she was good. She was good. It wasn't no damn injuries. She knew how to be a powerhouse. They put her against Dakota Kai. I think they put her against Dakota Kai, right? For her first match, right?
I believe so. I don't remember.
So I'm literally going like this. What the hell happened? Like, I'm literally going like this. I know she's trying to emulate and Joey Anoki, but I'm going like this. This is too stupid to make up. She cannot do a Yokozuna bomb. No, she can't. It looks trash. You should have just basically made her some. Thinking about this, her finisher should have just been a Samoan drop. Point blank. She know how to do it perfectly. It's been passed down from generation to generations. And guess what? Most women cannot kick out of it, especially if she does it off the top rope. Here's the problem I'm having when it comes out to Nia's character. She's too much trying to be damn Awesome Kong.
I mean, I see the
It's a prop.
similarities. I don't think she's trying to be like Awesome
It,
Kong. I just see the similarities though, but I don't think she's trying to be like her. If that's the case, then like you might as well say she was trying to be like that since the beginning of her career. Because when Nia first debuted in NXT, that was who her character was. I don't think she's trying to be Awesome Kong. I just think that's her character is that. You know what I'm saying? That's who she is. You know, I don't see any emulation of anybody in professional
but
wrestling that she's trying to be.
but here's the real part about this. I'm also judging her on the fact that basically the WWE women's division has always been trash. They have tried to mold that division so much. First of all, I gotta give props to do. They run a Charlotte. I feel so sorry for you. I feel you and Becky Lynch. I feel so sorry for you because y'all can't retire because literally you two are the work. You, Becky and Bailey are the workhorses of the damn WWE. This is the reason that Sasha Banks left because she's getting overworked and getting underpaid. Y'all even think about bringing Ronda Rousey back. Y'all didn't hear about that shit, did you? The women's division is. Think about this. I cannot take Trish Stratus seriously as a women's champion. Jazz, maybe. Ivory, maybe. Molly Holly, maybe. Here's the thing, no. Victoria, maybe. Trish Stratus, hell no. Lita, maybe.
Here's my
Gail
thing
Kim,
with
most
that.
definitely.
Hold on, Black Wing. Let Ladybug talk. Go ahead.
My thing when it comes to Becky and Charlotte, I think a lot of people miss the fact they shouldn't have to retire right now. For the simple fact their male contemporaries right now are holding belts in the running, having factions on Raw and SmackDown. Look at Seth, look at Roman. They're actually older, same age. Like, why are we having discussions about Charlotte and Becky retiring when no one wants Roman to retire? No one's even talking about Seth retiring right now. So that's kind of my gripe with that whole thing.
Yeah, like I agree with Ladybug. Like, and I believe we had some sort of similar discussion about age earlier in the week on the live. Like, I don't think age has nothing to do with anything. Like, you know, the average wrestler before they actually start even thinking of hanging up the boots, they're like in their 50s. You know what I'm saying? Like, Bobby Lashley's almost 50, you know, and he still can go. You know what I mean? So I don't think it has. I don't think it has more. Hold on. Let me finish my point. Let me finish my point. So I don't think it really has nothing to do with the age. It's about the work. Like, if you could still move and you could still do what you do, then keep going. But my thing is that when age start being a factor in your wrestling matches, then we could say, oh, okay, yeah, it's time to hang it up. Look at Ric Flair. How many times that man retired before he actually knew he had to retire? You know what I'm saying? Like, this dude had a match. This dude had a match in NWA.
But Ric Flair is just like Hulk Hogan. Ric Flair will not hang up their boots because guess what? That's the only thing they know. Let me say this. Rick, you are I'm sorry to say, I respect you in the ring, but I do not respect you in public. With what you did on that damn from the damn plane, like, he told a whole different story. You remember that shit was a cartoon, right? They said, oh, they want to see you in a robe and also something like that. No, from what I'm hearing from most flight attendants, oh, Ric Flair was a creepy asshole.
Remember TikTok language, man. I need you to keep it TikTok friendly, please.
Okay. From the plane ride from HE double hot sticks, yeah. Ric Flair put on that robe. Mm-hmm. He was stark naked under that robe, and literally trying to wang his eggplant around, saying, "Do you want to get under the robe to the flight attendants?" When they made an animated version of that damn thing, he was telling a complete lie.
But what does that have to do with what we were talking about, the age brackets and whatever like that in the wrestling? What does that have to do with
Rick, I'm gonna say this real talk.
Something wrong with your connection, bro.
I'm gonna say this real quick before Blackman come back
Yeah.
with his mic. Ric Flair, the NWA Ric Flair versus the WWE Ric Flair was two different. You know, the age factor was different for him. Rick was in the NWA in his 20s and 30s, possibly early 40s. By the time WCW folded, he wasn't even really actively wrestling. They had him as a president commissioner role, so that because they didn't have a need for him to be featured as a wrestler on their programming anymore. That was an Eric Bischoff's decision during that time. When he came over to WWE for a second stint, he still wasn't an active wrestler right away because he was actually recovering from undisclosed injuries he had suffered in that last match in WCW against Sting down in Panama City. He was still recovering from that. He just never went on the record to say it until he just recently released the book a few years ago after he did the ESPN documentary. So Flair has always been the dude that he could put on a match with just about anybody. It wasn't until the match with Shawn. It wasn't until that match, that career match with Shawn Michaels, that you really started to see the aging effect in Ric Flair's ability. You know, he could still hit the ropes pretty fast. He could still level you with that chop. But everything else he did, as far as, you know, his technical style, you could see it was slowing down. You could see that Shawn had to literally had to carry the match for Rick's, you know, for the sell Rick's moves. Not so much Rick selling Shawn's moves.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. And I felt at that time too, that was the most logical time that he should have retired. After that, we shouldn't have seen Ric Flair in the ring no more. We should have seen him more in a backstage role or something. But he still came back and wrestled again and again and again.
He had those depths, man. He was on the record. He said he had those because he lost when he had to give up everything he had.
But he could have just hanged up his boots a long time ago. Here's the thing, though. Ric Flair was basically.
Hold on, Dark. Sorry, Blackwing. Let Jay finish, bro. My bad, bro. I keep getting.
Dang it, Darkwing.
My fault, yo.
This is Darkwing. I'm Blackwing. The box is lighting up. It's Blackwing.
I know that.
Bro, I'm just literally just sitting here listening and I hear Darkwing. I'm like, wait a minute, I wasn't even talking.
Yeah. Yeah, for before Blackwing crashes out again, yo, go ahead, Jay. Man, I'm listening, bro. Go ahead, bro.
So basically, Rick had to sell all his stuff down in North Carolina. His Gold's Gym, all that. Remember how they had that storyline with him and Edge about him and the drunk driving incident?
Yeah.
That was real. That really happened to him. He got pulled over by an unmarked car down in North Carolina. He had to come out and do a severity test. All that was real, right? And WWE played him. So then after he left WWE, before Charlotte, you know, before Reed had committed suicide, so to speak, of a drug overdose, you know, Rick wasn't on TV. Charlotte was, you know, Charlotte was still Ashley. She wasn't Charlotte. So she wasn't even in the wrestling business or even a thought about being a pro wrestler. So Rick had to find a way to settle his debt. Then that's why he had to keep coming back. When he went over to TNA for a minute in that main event Mafia storyline against, you know, all those cats, and then against Aces and Eight storyline, he had to make money. Jeff said, I got you. Because there was nowhere else he could go at the time. He didn't want to go back to WWE. Vince didn't have any use for him.
Yeah. I just want to make note of something real quick because I'm looking in the comment section. So I don't know if that was the actual person or whatever. So I just looked down the comment section. It said Kai Cenat was in the chat. I don't know if that was really Kai Cenat. I'm just saying it said that Kai Cenat was in the chat. So
Oh,
I so
it was
I
so.
I thought that was a troll. You know what I mean? So I just wanted to make note of that. I was like, what? I was like, what? Kai Cenat? I was like, so yeah. Go
No,
ahead.
it's not him. It's
Yeah.
a fake account.
Yeah, I figured that much. And he's back again. Yo, bro. Hey, yo, listen, man. If you trolling, bro, you might as well just go, cause I'm not gonna let you up on this live, homie.
Can I ask? Can I say this? Can I say this one simple thing? The Hall of Fame of this year sucked. Sucked. Just plain. Just it was garbage. Triple H, that was your class? Really?
You reaching for answers from everybody else.
Bruh.
But you don't know.
Bro,
You could have had the Hardy Boys, since you had a TNA contract, since you had a TNA partnership. You could have basically entered yourself with the Hardy Boys and entered them in the Hall of Fame, but you didn't. You could have made the Monday Night War a damn entrance, but you didn't. You could have picked a better diva. What the? Michelle McCool? Really?
Yo, I could have sworn we had this conversation already. Why are you even bringing this back up, bro? Like, didn't we talked about this like weeks ago, bro? Like weeks.
I know, but it's still running through my. It was about as bad. It was about as bad as this year's Super Bowl.
Bro,
it was about as bad.
We know.
Black Wayne. Let me tell you this, because you didn't come in when I said this, and the rest of the panel will agree with it. Just wait till the Netflix documentary, dog. That'll give you a better explanation of what happened regarding the booking aspect of WrestleMania 41. That everybody, just about 90% of the world that watched it or was there, including myself, who was there as a backstage photographer for the event, you're going to get a lot of answers. You're going to get it, why this, why that answers. It's not going to make sense probably to you, but if you watch Pat McAfee, he did drop some gems all this week leading up to promoting both Backlash and the upcoming documentary series. So just sit tight, watch the documentary series, give your take after that, bring it back to how you felt about 41 and what you think he should do regarding 42. Because that's really where the focus should be on. Moving forward with Backlash, with Clash of the Castles, with Evolution 2, with the events in Saudi Arabia, which will probably be Super Showdown, since Crown Jewel is going to be in Perth, Australia. That's where the focus should be at. Anything else, going back and forth about shifting blame on Triple H dropping the ball, it's irrelevant now because it's old news. Not even we're nearly 3 weeks past WrestleMania. Come Saturday, it'll be officially 3 weeks since Mania. No point of bringing it up.
Yeah, man. Just let it die, bro. Like it's we know WrestleMania was trash. We know the Hall of Fame was garbage. Like, let it go, bro. It's over.
It was like.
But
here's the thing, though. But they basing WrestleMania to Backlash. I don't want to put this out here.
Bro. You making complaints already. We already know
been
about.
Talking about.
We've been talking about this. This is dead, bro. This is dead. Let it go. Let it go. You know what I'm saying? Drink some water. Drink whatever you gotta do to calm down. Drink some water. You know what I'm saying? Take some blood pressure medication. Whatever you gotta do. Just fall back, bro. It's over. It's done.
Hey,
WrestleMania.
Back,
all right. Oh, you good. It's over. It's done. We moving on, bro. We moving on. Let it go. Let it go. Like in the Ninja Turtles movie where Master Splinter was telling Raphael, let it go. Let it go. It's over.
How much you want to bet? How much you want to bet that basically Jey Uso is going to lose to either Brock Lesnar or Seth Rollins?
Brock Lesnar's not coming back, bro. Come on, bro. Where are you coming up with this stuff? Where are you coming up with this stuff? Nobody's even worried about Brock Lesnar, man. Brock Lesnar's not coming back, bro.
Y'all
Exactly.
haven't been in enough lives with this brother Black Chicken Wings to know he rehashes some of the most outlandish shit all the time. And I felt that slap in the face saying that this Super Bowl was boring. This Super Bowl was amazing.
Bowl was
If you like defensive football,
Of course you would say that.
It was
if
a
you like
Kansas
defensive
City
football,
Let him talk.
City got their ass whooped, and the damn halftime show was.
Go ahead,
this
go
is
ahead,
all
Mayor.
the time with Black Chicken Wings. Every time I'm on a live with him.
Look, we're not gonna have a.
This is every time I'm on a live with him.
Hey, dang, I'm gonna say this to Black Wing. We're not gonna have a star stream up in our lives.
Yeah,
we're not
man.
gonna do that.
Yeah, bro. We got moderators in here. They will kick you off. If I don't kick you off, they will kick you out of here, Black Wing. You know what I mean?
We've been together in here all night.
Yeah.
We don't mind.
Here's the thing. As a wrestling fan, I'm kind of pissed off, and I'm kind of disappointed at the fact that basically the booking for WrestleMania as well as the booking for the Hall of Fame was complete trash. But the thing is, though, the reason I'm bringing it back to this, they're basing Backlash and the next 3 pay-per-views off basically what happened at WrestleMania.
That's why it's called Backlash.
He's gone, man. I'm
But,
sorry.
yo, listen, because you always get outraged like this. This is why I call Backlash WrestleMania Run It Back. Because that's what they do.
That's
Yo,
why
you
it's
haven't
called
picked up this
Backlash.
rhythm yet?
Hold on, I gotta say something real quick. Black Wing is the reason that I was scared to put Jonah on my live. I'm sorry, Jonah. I just want to say that.
What? I just got in here. What?
Okay, so I had I think it was my first panel, and Jonah was like, "Can I come up?" And I was like, "I'm not sure." It was because of Black Wing.
Yeah.
That's why I call him Black Chicken Wings all the time.
Yo, man.
He's the king of the crash out. And on that note, I'm just getting home. Thanks for the invite real quick. I'm going to bed.
Wait, where'd Black Wing go? I just realized.
He just dipped. Because that's what the nigga does. He crashes out.
I kicked him out.
Oh, you took care of it. Okay.
Yeah, I put him out.
Because he don't
the
know
whole
how to
live
stay
or
on
just
topic.
off the boxes?
Dude, anytime I was ever on a live with this dude, we're on one topic and he finds a way to turn it to some shit to crash out on. All the time.
Or the live
All
is
the
taken
time.
down.
All right, guys. Let's take 30 seconds.
But I'm out, y'all.
To
All right, bro.
We focus about what BARZ was trying to talk about real quick, because he had a few topics he wanted to talk about as well. Let's take a 30-second pause and just bring it back to that. That was
Hold on, BARZ. You gave him a 2-week suspension and it wasn't a full 2 weeks.
Oh, it wasn't full 2 weeks?
Oh
man, well, I'm gonna give him like 2 months. I'm gonna give him like 2 months. Y'all moderators, so whenever y'all see him, just
you gotta light me up.
I
can't see anything.
You
so
didn't make
yeah.
me a moderator.
Ain't gonna lie, he's starting to get on my nerves.
Hold up, let me check. I thought I made.
So if one of us blocks him as a moderator, he's going to be blocked until you unblock him.
Nah, if y'all block him, it's fine. It's fine, you know what I mean? I'm just a little bit too nice. So like I'll be trying to give him benefit of the doubt sometimes and just let him come up here and just talk his talk. But he gets a little bit too out of hand, and like, you know what I mean, when you're trying to build it live and then build more supporters and this and that and get more people to engage with, you know what I mean, they kind of get scared away and they don't want to get engaged because this man out here blacking out for no reason. It ain't even that serious.
Well, how about this, BARZ? I blocked him and I'll just take the blame for it.
Right, cool. Done deal. Done deal.
I'll do that.
JJ, what's up, partner? What's going on? Come on in if you want to contribute in the panel. Just go ahead and request the box, and one of the moderators, including myself, will let you in. But yeah, man, that we got to get back to the topic. What's next on the topic board from what I sent to the group chat?
All right, so let me go here. I'll let y'all run the chat real quick. Let me go. Let me go back to my notes real quick, and then I'll be able to pull it.
Okay. Is it a
So what?
live stream or is it just like literally an upload?
Yeah, so I've been keeping up with it because I took away A&E off my DirecTV channel. So I don't get A&E anymore. So because I don't have a full premium package on my DirecTV, so that's why I don't get it. So I just wait till the guy uploads it. He usually uploads it like within 24 hours after it aired. So every like Tuesday or Wednesday, he'll have a new episode on the YouTube channel.
Thank you. Yeah, that means a lot because like I cancel my VPN, so I can't get everything on Netflix right now.
So here, I'm just giving you a heads up. If you don't really know who the participants are in LFG, one of them happens to be Maxine Dupree's boyfriend. His name is Anthony Luke.
Yeah,
Then,
yeah.
Okay. Then what's dude? Oh, Drake. Drake is Roxanne Perez's boyfriend.
Okay, I heard of him too.
Yeah, so those. So we, like I said, we're now in the semifinals, the final four, which is this week, and then what's going to happen is when you make it to whoever wins in the semifinals will advance to Madison Square Garden to be crowned the men's champion, the women's champion, LFG. So most of just like how they did Tough Enough when Velveteen Dream came in second for the men's side, they still was allowed to train at the Performance Center before being shown on NXT. So that's pretty much what's going on with LFG. Some of them are already over in Evolve, and then some of them have been in like played the role of security doing the confrontations on NXT. Okay. So that's what they just doing that. The one woman on the woman's side that I did not really expect to be eliminated, but because she had to wrestle her teammate, and she lost, but she put on a hellified match. But that was one of Undertaker's proteges. She calls herself P Nasty. I believe what he said. If Undertaker tells you something in your ear, and it's to boost your confidence level, and he's giving you like his seal of approval as well, you basically got it. It's just not your time. It's not your time in WWE yet. That's all that is. P Nasty, she's like that. Tyra May still, although she's the Olympic gold medalist, it's something about her. Even if she wins it for the women, there's something about her I don't know if it's a promo I have a problem with. It's not her wrestling style. It's something about her, either her promos or her confidence level, that just doesn't do it for me right now. But the men's side, actually Luke getting eliminated, I was so freaking shocked. And I understand why they made that decision with him to be eliminated instead of going to the semifinals, because he does have a moveset similar to The Rock when he was Rocky Maivia. It's a lot of similarities there, from the people's elbow to the spine buster, and then his build, his physique right now. It all resembles an early Rocky Maivia before he became The Rock. So I got that. I know you haven't watched it yet, boss. You haven't been watching LFG, have you?
Nah, I haven't. I've stumbled upon it a few times, but I never really sat down and focused on it. But I got.
Yeah, you can watch it on YouTube. You can get caught up on YouTube.
Yeah, I got the news though, so I didn't know if you guys heard. Like, I know you guys know about Alberto Del Rio being signed to WWE. So the same situation It's happened with Vinkingo. Vinkingo was signed to WWE too. And
I heard about that.
Vinkingo was signed to WWE. I don't know. I don't know what how he's gonna play as far as the luchadors or whatever, but he is signed to WWE. Vinkingo is signed, and there's a list of others.
Who's Vinkingo?
Oh,
I never see him.
Look him up. Look.
Sounds similar to Bandito. If you know who Bandito is,
you know Bandito.
Ring of Honor.
No.
All right, yeah, all right. So you gotta do some research, brother. So I
got a lot of research.
Yeah, we gonna give you some homework. We gonna since you the youngin in the chat. So we gonna give you some homework. So this is what you do. Go to YouTube. Look up AEW matches with Vinkingo. I'ma send
you. He was in AEW, okay.
Yeah, he was in AEW. He's also in Ring of Honor. He was also in TNA. And he also was in NWA for a short stint too. He wrestled in all those promotions. So once you type in Vinkingo, he should come up in all the matches that he was involved in. And watch the matches. Like he is a beast. He's a former AAA mega champion as well. So he's
just
nice.
Like I said, with the current Ring of Honor's world champion, once his contract is up, WWE is looking to bring him over to NXT.
Wait, who?
Who?
Your boy that beat Jericho.
Bandito.
You see, I feel like I know who you're talking about, but just don't know his name.
Well,
because I know
you should know Bandito. Bandito's been around for a bit, so you should know who Bandito is.
I know Bandito.
Yeah, Bandito also wrestles in AEW, so you know what I mean. They're saying he could be potentially coming to WWE as well. You know,
because after his last match in the 6-man tag, they had WWE scouts in the audience taking notes and everything. So there's a high level of interest in him once his contract is up. So, and then as well as trying to get Will Ospreay, which we were talking about earlier, over in Goblins Live. We were talking about Will Ospreay over there. The possibility of him coming after the comments he made saying he can out wrestle all of WWE's roster, which I honestly believe is true. Wrestling wise, yes. Cutting promos, hell no. He can't. He don't hold a candle to Seth Rollins, to CM Punk. He just doesn't. But it's not to say that he still wouldn't sell tickets with WWE if he was to actually leave AEW.
Yeah, I agree with you, and I believe I said the same thing on a live. Like I believe Will Ospreay, he has the right to feel how he wants to feel, but I feel like if he really being serious, he can out wrestle a good portion of WWE. But as far as the promo aspect, nah, he's not out talking CM Punk. He's not out talking Seth Rollins. He's not even the least. Even the guys that can't wrestle that as good as him, he's not even out talking them. You know what I mean?
No.
Because they got a lot of good talkers in WWE. You might not have.
He's definitely not out talking the Miz.
He's
the
not
Miz
out
will
talking
take him to school.
He's not out talking Jacob Fatu neither.
Oh hell no! Hey, they put on some stellar matches over there in Japan.
Yeah. Yep. So that's a fact. Yeah. But all right, guys. So I'm gonna get ready and check out. You know, I definitely got work in the morning. So it was cool hanging out with y'all. I gotta get to bed before my wife come downstairs and drag me out of this studio. So
yeah, we don't want that. You had a full day though, dog. You had a full day. The missus graduated from college, y'all. Congratulations to the missus.
Yeah.
Was that her undergrad or her her master's?
Nah, she was doing I guess you could say it was the associates program because she got her
Okay.
LPN. She got her LPN license.
Yeah, that's
So
the associate. Yeah.
yeah, so she's finished with that. Now she gotta take her NCLEX, the state exam, so then she
Mhm.
could move forward
Be
with the
certified.
LPN. Yeah, be certified. And then after that, that opens the door for me to finish school because I stopped school so
So
then
she
she
can
could
go ahead.
yeah, so she could further her stuff. So cuz I was actually trying to go into the bachelor's then master's program later as far as like substance abuse counseling and all
All
that
right.
other
So
stuff.
no,
Yeah.
before just real quick, take a second to go into that a little deeper, real quick.
Mhm.
Tell the wife after she takes the state, if she passes the state, whether she's a travel nurse or working in a hospital, or whatever, or even a hospice, if they not supplying her scrubs, it's a tax write-off.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
true. Yeah.
Yeah, anything she does that's not supplied to her related to work, it's a
Mhm.
tax write-off.
Oh, okay. Okay,
Even
cool.
though she's gonna have she already has the degree saying she has an LPN. Once she gets that past that state exam, she needs to look into. It's a way that you can get like instead of an LLC or a C corp or S corp,